All right. So let's look over YouTube. Oh, I didn't see you put season 2, The Return. I didn't even see that. Okay, so we're live over on YouTube. I guess I can play some music. Mm. And we're back. Let's see. Let me tweet this out right quick. Okay, that's out there. Let's see. Dude. Okay. All right, ready whenever you are. Okay.
Yo, 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 what is good, everybody? How we doing out there? It's your boy, Be the Legend. And
And this shall speaks. We are in the house. What is good?
what is happening, everybody? Hope everybody's doing well. Um, as y'all know, Mr. Initial has changed his name. So, would you like to explain the reason for the name change there?
Oh wow, we just jumping right into it, right? I appreciate that intro, brother. So yeah, we have changed well, this was actually something I've been wanting to do for a while. Take this off. This glare's getting on my nerves, but uh, I should invest in some context. But so this is like the third time I've changed my name actually. So we kicked it off with Initial D. That's the OG name, and then I went through my little fitness kick, of course, if you want to say, with content creation, and morphed into D Muscle TV, and we did that for a little while, and I felt like that was a good idea because that's what everybody called me in real life, and I don't know, man, I felt like I was merging work with my fun time, and it just was something that I kind of regretted, so I went ahead and went back to the original name of Initial D, and I didn't know a lot of people actually really preferred that name and liked that name. So I was like, well, okay, we'll just stay with it. So that was what I think that was the end of 2022 or 23. I can't remember. But anyway, so the story behind Initial Speaks is very simple. So if you know me and you've been to my streams before, you know that a good chunk of my streams is just chatting. So we talk a lot about just about anything, various different topics, and the majority of, at least I feel, with the analytics speak for itself, the majority of the people that watch me are really tuned in for my insights and my perspective and things of that nature. And I'm like, okay, we took that idea over to YouTube first, converted that name over there, and stopped uploading gaming stuff, which kind of broke my heart. I'm not gonna lie to you, because I kind of wanted to do what I saw other people do. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but I didn't want to do it because they did it. I wanted to do it because that was what I enjoyed, like uploading video game footage and stuff. But I started thinking, like, what is so special about this versus anybody else uploading video game footage? It's like I wasn't doing anything special. So I just kind of thought about, like, well, what works for me? And then I think about my experience on Twitch, just chatting, and Initial Key Points, podcasting, these things that just really brought people into my channel. I said, okay, well, why don't we try it over on YouTube? So when I did, some of y'all know this, some of you don't know this, but I released a video about 2 weeks ago called Just Another Tired Man. So I'm not really going to get too much into the context of the video. It was just me being transparent. And it ended up being, it didn't go viral or nothing, but it was, to date, the most viewed video I've ever uploaded on that channel particular. Yeah. And I experienced a lot of growth, like nearly 400 subscribers within the last 2 weeks. And that's unheard of for that channel. Like, I was literally about to, take that channel behind the shed and put it down. Man, I was about to put it down, bro. I was like, I ain't got time for this. Screw this. Maybe it's just not for me. So when I saw that, making videos like that, just that real talk stuff that I'm used to doing, and people actually like it, I'm like, okay, well, let's just change the name to Initial Speaks and just run with it. So we changed it on what is it, Twitter or X or whatever. We changed it on TikTok, changed it on Instagram, and I was like, well, there's only one platform left that I haven't changed it, which is Twitch.
Yeah.
And I was a little hesitant because I said I wasn't going to change my name again, because changing your name on Twitch is almost like content, I don't want to say the word, but like offering yourself as a content creator, because everyone just has amnesia and they don't remember what you look like or how you, or whatever. Especially if you like go from a name like Initial D to carnivore, ambiguous master. It's like I know, right? I'm just the first thing I thought of. Like they're gonna be like, who is this? Like I don't remember following this person. So yeah. So I kept initial in there just so people could see it. And like, okay, most of you all probably know one initial. And of course the profile picture should, give it away. I didn't want to change it. I mean, although what I made yesterday was, I really liked that. And I did put that as my banner, but I was like, I don't know if I'm ready to put it as my profile picture because that's what I wanted to do. But I need people to recognize me before I do something like that because I want people to see that it's me. So, but yeah,
Right.
yeah, we changed to Initial Speaks, but I'm still gonna be playing video games and stuff over on Twitch, but we're gonna be doing a lot more talking. And I was meaning to tell you earlier, you and the guys, that I got a guest lined up for L'Experience season 5,
Nice.
and it might be as early as next week.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
always look forward to that. And by the way, hello chat, just crafty in the building, and a quack.
A
Hello,
quack,
hello, good
quack, quack,
evening.
quack.
Welcome in. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day, as I used to call it, as I
Yeah,
like to call it. And anybody else that might be lurking right now, hey, we appreciate you guys for being here, taking the time out of your evening to bring us back to the glory days.
yeah. And those of you on YouTube, the same thing. Because if you didn't know, we are on both YouTube. Hold on. Let me bring us back. Wow. Okay, so let me not touch anything else. I tried to click on something, but anyway, if you didn't know, we were exclusively on YouTube, and we had made the decision to come over here a long time ago, actually.
Yeah.
But it was just a matter of us just pulling the trigger and just doing it. And then I told you the other day, I said, bro, we haven't been live this year at
At
all.
all. I think you
At
said 9 months.
9 months. 9 months since
Mm.
we've done this. So I can't tell you. I mean, there ain't no excuses. We just dropped the ball and that's it. I'm not finna sit here, oh, life. Like, nah, we all go through life. But we just dropped the ball. But we picked it back up, so
Right.
we're here.
We are here and in gear.
In top gear.
Top gear.
Yeah,
So,
I love that game.
oh yeah, fun game, fun game. So, any life updates since the last time we went live?
Oh, let's see what has happened. So we haven't gone live this year. So that leaves us between January and now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I wouldn't say anything significant for the most part. I'm still intact. Kids are good. Of course, they're growing up like weeds. Crafty, she's here in the building. Those of you who don't know, that's my wife who makes a appearance out of the shadows here and there. And shout out to the wives. Can we give a shout out to the wives? Thank y'all so much for supporting your husbands. Y'all love us. We're bald, but we got beards. So,
That's right.
there's that too. Oh, man. So, I mean, I guess I can go over some highlights that's kind of happened to me this year. Some good and some not so good.
Mm-hmm.
I got in a car accident back in March.
Mm.
That scared the crap out of me.
Mm.
Nobody wants to go through an experience like that. That can be traumatic, and it did kind of it shook me up a little bit
Yeah.
afterwards because I had never been in a car accident like that before. Like I've been in
Mm-hmm.
accidents like the benders, but this dude just straight up ran the red light and just bam, he just hit me
Mm.
and no injuries. The car, not so much. So of course, we had to get that taken care of. He took complete responsibility with that. So that was back around the springtime, March. Um, work has been work. Work has been good. I actually got an opportunity to. I haven't moved like my business and stuff like that. But I do have an opportunity. Well, I took the opportunity today to train somewhere different.
Mm-hmm.
I've been wanting to do that for quite some time. So I have options now. So when I always tell you guys that I'm tired of being outside in the heat, we got options now. We got options now. So we don't have to be out there in this nasty humidity or whatnot. So we got options. Um,
Good.
Went on a couple of vacations. One of them obviously, but then the first one we went to Dallas, Texas back in June. My first time ever going to Texas ever, and it was a spur of the moment thing. We were going back and forth between possibly what is it, Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and
Mm-hmm.
Orlando, one of the two. So we've been to Orlando. We went to Orlando back in 21. We were thinking about going back and going to Disney, and then we looked at those prices, and then I started like talking to people that go to Disney, and they were like, "You couldn't have picked a worser time to go other than the summer, because it's like you're
Yeah.
gonna be out there waiting, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't know." Um, Gatlinburg, Crafty thought that she didn't think that the kids would enjoy it. I don't know why, but she just kind of thought that they wouldn't enjoy it. But
Yeah.
interestingly enough, our boys they're starting to reach this age of maturity
Mm-hmm.
to where they're not little kitties anymore. Like they're starting to like come into their own personality and starting to appreciate other stuff outside of
Right.
like electronics and toys and stuff. They barely even play with toys anymore. So we're getting to that phase. Um, I think they would have enjoyed Gatlinburg if I'm being honest. So out of nowhere, Crafty's like, "Do you want to go to Texas?" I'm like, "What the heck? What made you say that?" And I was like, "Well, I've never been. Let's go. Let's just go. Let's see what Texas has to offer." Dallas is nice city. We spent about
Yeah.
4 days there, I think,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of different attractions, especially where I'm from. Which we really don't have much here except for the beach. And I don't really care for that too much. That's just me. I've been here my whole
Yeah.
life, so it's not. Oh, it's the beach, okay?
Right.
Water and sand, and
That's
burnt
it.
and burning from the sun. So, but besides that, um, life is good. I don't have any complaints. I really don't. Anytime I think I have something to complain about, I think about what I have.
Mm-hmm.
The blessings that I do have. I'm in good health, and God is good. At the end of the day, He's
All
good.
the time.
You know what I'm saying? How about you, brother?
I mean, this year's been pretty good for me as well. I am officially out of the car business
Oh,
after mm, 2 years.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I would, and the way I tell everybody is, you might as well say that I've been in the car business for going on 10 years, just because I was at one place for about 7 years,
Yeah.
and then kind of took a short hiatus to see what else was out there. Because at the time, I did get my master's degree in healthcare administration, so I wanted to see what was out there. Nothing came up, so I was like, okay, well, maybe God's telling me it's not time yet. So went back to the car business, was there for 2 years, and then he was like, it's time. And now I am in my field, where I desired for the past 5 years, and it's been good to me so far. Also, me and Mrs. Beardy, we celebrated our 1 year anniversary
Oh,
back in June.
congratulations, man.
Thank you, thank you. And so far, that's really about it. Other than just streaming and getting acclimated to the new position, and uh, that's pretty much it. Carlos, welcome in. Initial
Hey,
speaks. I know you already on this thing, but hey,
sure? Are
hi.
you sure that's me? I'm Nichelle D. What's up, Carlos? Welcome in, brother.
Carlos, welcome in. For some
Um,
reason, I had to refresh and hear the. I got you. I got you.
um,
Well, again, Carlos, we are live on YouTube as well.
right,
So,
right.
you know,
Yeah, you know,
you
either
want to.
or. We got options out here. We got
Yeah,
options.
we got options.
Yeah, and
Look,
that's
I even. Go ahead.
no, no. I was saying like we're doing exactly what we said we didn't want to do the first time we started to do this. Like we said, we just wanted to like make this low key, do it twice a month, and not do all of this other stuff. But um, I feel like content. You know, when you have the gift of making content, you should probably try to like expand that as much as you can. And it
Hmm.
doesn't have to be stressful. You know, we're not like posting stuff all day long and stuff of that nature. You know, we're trying to like make it structured to where, I mean, it's two of us. You know, we can both manage this. So,
Right.
but we're all over the place here. But I did have two questions for you though. So the first one is, you know, you and Mrs. Bearded celebrated your first wedding anniversary. I remember clearly what that was like. We have a photo. I don't have it with me right now, but I'll find it. If I find it, I'll send it to you. Of me and Crafty, our first wedding anniversary. We took this picture. Newlyweds. So good memories. So for you or and her, what do you think? Like, how's it feel to knock that first year out? Because that's you'll never forget your first year.
Hmm.
You know, like when you start getting to like year 6 and 12 and stuff like that, it's kind of like, oh, happy anniversary, but you don't forget the first. You don't forget that.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, I mean, I would say it was good to us. God just continued to bless us. There obviously, a lot of people say the first year can be the toughest year because you're still, learning each other and
Yes.
learning the in and outs
Right.
of marriage. That is, which there were some bumps in the road, but I mean,
Oh,
overall, it was great. I really enjoyed it. We definitely got some moves we want to make, and we are just we keep supporting each other, and keeping God at the center of our lives, and things are just looking up from here.
as far as like, yeah, that's what I love about you too. You know, just I've only met her 3 times, but I knew that from the first time. I was like, yeah, yeah, she's definitely really really good for you, and just y'all's chemistry. You know, the fact that she's very supportive of you. We talk about you guys. All me and Crafty talk about y'all all the time, and she's
Uh oh.
like, oh, it's all good stuff. She's like, Mrs. Bearded she is gonna say what's on her mind, and she likes her ambition. Like she's going if she wants something, she gonna go for it.
Hmm.
Like when they were like, you know, we'll talk about it in a minute where we went last a couple weeks
Hmm.
ago. But when we were
Right.
out of town, she was like taking pictures with people. Like, hey, just take a picture. Let's take a picture. Blah, blah, blah. So like,
Right.
Crafty would
Right.
never do that. I was like, well, we all need some of those spontaneous friends, man, to
Yeah.
spark life into us. So I think that's a blessing right there.
Right.
But the other points you made, as far as like, you know, a couple bumps on the road, Lord, we done been through bumps, we done been through potholes, we done been through hurdles, we done been through storms, we done been through so many things. Like I said, we've been together for 20 years, but out of the 20,
Right.
we've been married for 12, and it's, I mean, it does feel different, I'll say. You know,
Hmm.
year 1 versus year 12, you know, there's a lot that I thought we knew about each other earlier on,
Yeah.
but now it's like so much different, you know, than it was from the first year. You know, I feel like we're a lot closer now than we've ever been, and
Yeah.
we're evolving. You know, as we
Yeah.
age,
Yeah. Yeah.
as we age, we're evolving. Like I always like to take her back. I said, you don't act like you did when you were 19. You don't act like you did when you were 25 or when you were 30. I'm not finna tell you how old she is, but just know that she's up there.
She's up there.
She's up there. You know, she doesn't look like it, but you know, she's up there.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Carlos, what's your fear bit? I know you just said you'll be right back, so just let me know when you're back, and I'll let you know, Carlos.
Yeah.
She said, I haven't killed him yet, so yeah, that's another thing. She hadn't killed me for the insurance money. She hadn't put me out on the couch, and yeah, so I'm doing good so far.
I've seen her look at you a few times, like, like thinking about it, like that's a sharp look right there. But don't worry, I get that too. I
See
get
you at
that
the
too.
crossroads.
The upper room.
Crafty said we are still learning each other. That's what Crafty says.
Yeah, yeah. We definitely are still learning each other, because we constantly changing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I said, I'm not the same as I was at 18 or 25 or 30 either. And, you know, neither is she. I mean, I would hope that you wouldn't be. You know, as all
Yeah.
that time goes by, you should be growing. You should be evolving and all of the above to be just a better person all the way around. And, you know, she's definitely coming into her own. Hopefully she can say the same about me.
Let's see. All right. A quack. We're gonna say quack. Nah, forget that. I'm just calling you Mrs. Bearded. I'm finna call you a duck. She said her
A
biggest
quack.
takeaway. she she says her biggest takeaway is to keep God first, talk about finances, and communication is key. Yes.
And do you know that those are the three biggest deficits in relationships and marriages?
Mm-hmm.
A lack of God, of the presence of God, not talking about finances or arguing about finances, and not talking out their issues.
Yeah.
And these are literally like you would like some people think that infidelity is like the cause of like people departing, but it's really not. I mean, it happens, but it's not like the top reason. Usually, it's like a lack of communication and finances. You know,
Yeah.
those two things right there, and you know they can be a little depending on who you are. You know, it's a touchy subject, but it needs to be talked about.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Yeah.
that's something that we talk about it. You know, sometimes those conversations are a little rough. Sometimes they're productive. You know, but you know when we're a family of five and we can't afford to not talk about that as far as like
Mm-hmm.
managing money and um, what to buy and what not to buy and it's
Yeah.
it's it's hard. I get it, but I mean for me, honestly, not really much I want, but I'm more so geared towards what we all need as a family, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Any other opening comments? Any questions before we get into the meat and potatoes of our discussion tonight?
Yeah, I mean, once again, we want to thank y'all for being here.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I know we're late, but it's better late than never.
Right. Better late than never.
You know, I
Oh,
go ahead.
did you ask your second question already?
I know I asked you a question about the
How the
marriage.
how the year was? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The second question. No, I didn't. The new job.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know. So is it? You said you were wanting to get into that field for like the last 5 years. First of all, like I said,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I congratulated you before, but I'll say it again because a lot of people they major in fields that they don't get an opportunity to actually get a job in that career for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
So is it everything you thought it would be? Is it better than what you were doing previously?
Yes and yes. I will say that yes and yes. And why does this thing look like it froze? Hold on, guys.
Hmm.
It looked like it froze on.
Oh
There we
shoot!
go.
Hold on, I'm dropping frames on YouTube.
Oh Lord.
Dang.
Way to come back on the first stream, guys.
All right, man. Let me fix this bit rate. Shoot.
Just tell me when to go. Tell me when to go.
I wasn't even paying attention to it, man. This over here, I didn't drop. How come no one said anything? I done dropped 7,000 frames.
Ah, that is crazy.
Yeah,
You dropped 7,000?
seven. I ain't never dropped that many
I just
frames.
I just looked at mine. I dropped 2,500.
Shoot.
That is wild.
Dang, it's still going up, man. Hold on, wait. Now we at 8. Wait a minute. I mean, we gonna be looking like 420p in a minute. If I got to drop any more of this bit rate, what's going on,
Oh
Guru?
man,
Sorry for the drop frames. I don't know what's going on.
that's interesting.
It may look better
I,
on Twitch, Guru, just in case I look bad over here.
that is funny. That is funny. Um, okay, so back to the question.
Yeah.
Um, I'm gonna say yes and yes.
Okay.
It is everything that thought it would be, and shoot, I forgot the second part of it. But I would say, I mean, the job has been really good. I've got a supportive boss, supportive team,
Mhm.
and I think that counts in every job that you have. If you got
Yeah.
a supportive team and a supportive boss, the sky's the limit.
Yes.
Um, you
Yes.
know, with this being my first time ever being in healthcare, not really knowing the ins and outs, but more so like the business side of healthcare,
Yeah.
it really kind of opened my eyes, and kind of helped me understand, okay, this is what they do, this is what I need to do, um, to keep performing better. I mean, right now I'm still in training.
Mhm.
Um, I take my second exam next week, and if I pass that one, I get my certification, and then I can actually start doing what my job title calls me to do, so to speak.
Okay.
Um,
Nice.
and yeah, so it's been very rewarding when you have a very supportive team, that looks out for you.
You know something? I think that is Guru. Guru says it looks good over here. Okay, thank you, brother. I appreciate you.
Yeah,
I think that's like a lost art in the workforce. Like a lot of
yeah,
people, they get promoted to a higher position, like a manager, boss, whatever, and they kind of get egotistical and start to boss people around and start to not really show a lot of respect when they're not thinking about how you talk to your employees is going to determine how hard they work or how
hmm,
hard they don't work. A lot of people say they hate their job not because it's hard, but because of the people they work with. It could be bad management. It could be the mistreatment of like a shift. Just
yeah,
really belittling people. And I think that that's a good thing. You're able to like
hmm,
come get in contact with people that are helpful and that are encouraging and actually make you want to come to work
yeah,
and do the job. So that's what's up.
yeah. Um, and I mean, honestly, the reason I got out of the car business, it wasn't because of the more so the people, because we were all cool. It's just the hours and things of that nature.
Hmm.
We at the old job we used to do team thing. we would go out, we'd go bowling, all that good
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
But sometimes times get hard in the car business. That's the that's the blessing and the curse with the car business.
Dude,
It can
just
definitely it definitely has its days. It definitely has its bad days.
that's
But
important, man. Like, look, I mean, it's never personal.
yeah,
You
definitely
know,
never personal.
the cost of living is.
Yeah,
You know what? We'll say that for another episode. That's a whole
yeah,
nother. We'll be here all night talking about that. But my point is, sometimes you just gotta make moves and do what's best for you and your family.
and your family. Yeah,
It's,
yep.
it's not personal at all.
Agreed, agreed. All right, guys. So, tonight's episode, we're going to be discussing our experience, our recent trip to DreamCon. It's been 2 weeks since we went to DreamCon 2024. But while we were there, we also watched this movie on Netflix. It's called Hillbilly Elegy. It was based on a true story, but we're gonna get into that a little bit later because I don't know how many of y'all have seen the movie, and if you haven't, I highly encourage you to watch it because it was not what we expected it to be. But there's a plot twist in this whole talk. So, without further ado, we're finna get into DreamCon. So, you want to take the floor there, sir?
Sure, absolutely.
Oh, I'm sorry. Carlos, now that you're back. So my field is in healthcare administration. But I will be doing more of kind of I'm gonna call it medical record IT, basically. Um, so yeah, that's what my field is in right now.
Okay. Aqua says the cost of living is insane. Yes, it is. Very, very insane. Congratulations on your new career and personal growth. Not easy to do, but you got this. Guru dude says that for you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I'm having a blast. I'm gonna be honest with you. And I hadn't even got on a real schedule yet, and I'm having fun.
That's great, man. Um. Okay, so DreamCon. So some of y'all probably don't even know what that is. So if you're familiar with like Comic Con or Con, which is short for convention, so we just say Con, and they're all over the country, all over the world, really. And this particular event was in Austin, Texas. So we had been watching for like the last. And I started noticing from like the last 2 years. I was looking and it kind of got my attention. I was like, I want to go to that one day, and then I watched it again. There's people posting pictures and sharing videos and stuff, and it looked like everybody just had a lot of fun. I said, mark my words, I'm going next year. And sure enough, we all got together, me, you, Beardy, Flash Carter, and the Bear Project, and we bought tickets to DreamCon somewhere around Christmas time. So we had really prepared in advance because you kind of had to, the way that they were
Yeah.
like dropping the tickets. You can't just go to the website and buy tickets anytime you want to, but so you kind of got to like get them like that. So I didn't know it was that big of a deal, but apparently it is.
Hey, hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
You sound like a robot just a little bit.
And what, like my voice?
Uh huh.
Well,
Just a
how
little bit.
do I need to move the mic up?
I don't know if it's are you dropping frames or anything? Are you good?
Well, it's still like kind of. I mean, it's going down.
Okay.
It's improving. It's improving. I mean, it ain't nowhere near where we want it. It's improving. That's all we'll say.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let me
Okay.
see.
Cool.
I'll move the mic closer. I mean, I had moved it down. But anyway, how do I sound?
You sound good.
Okay. Yeah, Guru said
Yeah.
I sound okay on YouTube. But this was my first con ever.
Mm.
And come to find out, it was all of our first con ever.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a good experience. So we took the trip to Austin, Texas, and had our living quarters set up, and we just did our thing. I'm not gonna lie though. Like even though the event was fun, just spending time with you guys, I think that was like the best part. Honestly,
Yes.
like I
Yep.
kid you not, we had so
I
much
agree.
fun. We had a lot of fun.
I definitely agree.
Yeah, but DreamCon was it was everything I expected and more. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think I've ever seen that many people in one place. Like you say, you tell people like, have you ever seen like the Super Bowl and you look at all those people in the crowd, and it felt like that because it was like a sea of people all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah. Is that better, Carlos? He said you sound a little bit low on the Twitch side, so I just turned you
Turn me up, man. Turn me up. That Dave,
Turn me up.
Dave Chappelle,
That's funny.
turn me up. You remember that?
Turn me up.
Turn them ish up. Oh my gosh. Oh
Fun
man,
times.
classic Dave
Oh,
Chappelle.
classic Dave Chappelle, boy. That's funny.
Oh, but yeah, DreamCon was like, so it's a convention that's basically centered around anime and video games. So people were dressed up as cosplay characters, video game characters, and we were like outcasts. We didn't dress up at all. We did the best we could do. We were supposed to
We
dress
did the
up.
best we could do.
We
Yep.
did the best we could do. We were supposed to, and it just didn't happen. So, again, not making excuses. It just didn't happen. So, but
Yeah.
I sincerely enjoyed myself. We met quite a few of the streamers that we follow here on
Mm-hmm.
Twitch. That's what I was really looking forward to because I was starting to get a little discouraged because we didn't really see. I mean, we saw Terrible Game in the first day. We
Mm-hmm.
saw Trench Got Game, and
Yep.
we saw Dan Clancy,
Yep.
the Twitch CEO, which I was not expecting that at all.
That was awesome. I'm like, that was awesome. To meet the Twitch CEO at DreamCon. Like honestly, I would have never expected him to be there. Obviously, he'll be at TwitchCon because I mean he's the CEO of Twitch.
Yeah,
But DreamCon, that was pretty dope. And then to see the videos of him like mingling with everybody. So all right, I'm gonna just throw it out there. DreamCon, in all honesty, was I'm not gonna say it was specifically made for the black community, but in all actuality, it kind of was, because that's all we saw there was African Americans, um, or Black Americans rather. I mean, we did
yeah.
see some other ethnicities as well, but the majority of people that attended were Black Americans. And
And
Guru Dude, thank you so much for that follow, sir.
there's some reasoning behind that. There's definitely some reasoning and behind that because not to necessarily like turn the tide,
Mm-hmm.
but African Americans, we I'm not making excuses or anything like that, but we get a lot of heat in everything that we do, and there's some spaces I've seen it with my own eyes on social media. If you're African American and you try to do cosplay, some people kind of give you a hard time about it and say, "Oh, you shouldn't be doing cosplay," and yada yada yada. Just basically trying to say that we didn't have a place in in the world of anime, or like it was a crime for us to like
Yeah.
anime. Like you would think this was like the '50s and we drinking out of the water fountain or something like that. So I mean, come on. But
Yeah.
and real Japanese people will actually tell you that they are actually like flattered that Americans take such a big liking to something that in their culture is celebrated very
Mm-hmm.
heavily in Japan. So they love it when we do things like that.
Right.
But the convention. I mean, like you said, there were other people, there were other ethnicities there, but it was predominantly black, and I loved every bit of it.
Yeah.
There was no,
I'll
I
be
didn't
right
see.
back.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's see who we got in the chat. Let's see. I'm gonna look at Twitch here. Um, Guru Dude, we appreciate you for following us over on Twitch.
Okay, I'm
We
back.
don't
Sorry
we
about
don't
that.
we don't have any emotes or anything right now, so we'll probably work on that a little later. Get an emote of me and him or something. We'll make it happen.
Huh? Oh, okay. Okay. Give me 1 second.
We will definitely make that happen at some point. But yeah, DreamCon definitely was a great experience, especially for the first con, like my first con experience. How about you, man? What did you
Mm.
think about it?
Man, I thought it was absolutely amazing. Um, you know, I share the same sentiments as you. I mean, while the con was great, just being able to be there with y'all made everything 10 times better. Um, we like you said, we did see some of our streamer buddies, streamer friends. Terrible game in Trench. Um, the Twitch CEO, Last Black Spartan.
Inevitable dope.
Everybody.
A lot of
Yeah,
people. We see a lot of
inevitably
people.
though. Just it was a lot of people. Like a
Yeah.
lot. And even some people that I follow here on Twitch, I didn't get to meet because, they were all doing their own thing and we just kind of didn't cross paths or anything. But overall, it was amazing. Yes, Guru, there was a bunch of cosplayers. Most people had the same costume cosplays. I'm trying to go different next year. So
Yeah, it was a lot. I mean, that was pretty much the whole point, honestly. Guru, we felt out of place. That's how many people were there. Trench Got Game is in the chat on YouTube. There he is, bro. What's good, man? We were just mentioning you, just talking
yep.
about, some of the people we met on from
Okay.
DreamCon.
So I gotta step out for just a second. So I'll be right back.
All right.
All right.
I'll run the show. I'll run the show.
Let me let me mute
Trench,
my.
how's your day going Monday? Or your week? I mean, what is this, Wednesday? I have to lose track of my days sometimes, but basically just giving a small recap as far as what we experienced over the DreamCon weekend. So let me ask you a question, Trent. You were there. I know I felt this way. I know Bearded did. When Monday came around, you felt like a kid, like just kicking and screaming, like I can't believe it's over with. Like, like back to reality, back to going back to work, because I went right back to work that day, and oh man, I didn't want to. I didn't want to do it, but going to Texas back to back is expensive. So to make up for it, I had to go back to work and I had to get back on the grind and make things happen, of course. So, but it was a good experience, and thanks for the follow, Trench, over on Twitch. I almost said Twitter, over on Twitch. So, while we're waiting on Bearded, he's probably like, I don't know, stuffing his face or something right now. Who knows? But share the stream, folks. Share the stream. Like y'all know I don't say this often, and it's probably, I don't know. I don't like asking for stuff, but I pay attention to what a lot of people do and what a lot of people say. So if you will, share the stream, like whether it's on Instagram or Twitter, whatever the case may be. Facebook, I don't really care for Facebook. You don't have to do that, but yeah, make sure that you share it because we're trying to grow the channel, the Twitch channel, of course, and just bring new people in, get that visibility up, of course. and just grow in general. Look at D. I said, look at D. He's the captain now. Yeah, we don't have that alert over here, Carlos. I probably could. Like I said, we don't really have a lot of things set up right now. We got the scene set up, but as far as like the alerts and stuff, I personally just haven't had a lot of time to sit down and do that. But get in due time, Carlos. In due time, in due time. So how's everybody's evening going? Let me know what you guys, how you're feeling. What was for dinner? I'm here trying to stall, waiting on my co-host to come back, so you're gonna have to just bear with me. I had what the heck? What did I eat? Oh yeah, chicken teriyaki. Yeah, chicken teriyaki from the Japanese restaurant. I haven't eaten that. Crafty, when was the last time I ate that? Help me out now. Help me out. When was the last time I ate that? It's been a while. It's been a long time actually. I try not to eat that too much because it's very greasy and full of MSG and preservatives, but it's so freaking good. And I feel like I needed it. So, okay. So while he's gone, I can tell y'all a little story. Okay. I don't like the taste of teriyaki, Carlos. Really? Crafty says 2 months. I know there was an after party. What was that like, Guru? Brother, we did not go to the after party. No way. No way. We saw what happened at the after party. See, we didn't stay at the event all day. Like, we had already made an agreement that we were going to go and stay for about maybe 4 hours or something like that and then leave and go do other stuff in the city because, I didn't want to be, like, at the convention all day long, if that makes sense. Like, it started at, like, 9 and then until 10 p.m., not from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m., and then they had the after party. And I don't know about y'all, but the older I get, I can't do that stuff no more. I can't just be out for a long time. I get tired and hungry. I'm not 25 years old anymore, so a lot of the people that were there were some people I felt like that were around their age, but there was a lot of that were, younger too. But as far as like the after party goes, it was like, probably like breaking the ice of being X-rated. That's all I can say. Twerking, booty shaking, stripping, humping, money on the stage, drinking, all of this stuff that I just, I kind of left alone in my teenage years. So yeah, we didn't do the after party. We just had our own fun and just did our thing. So ratchet after, yes, Crafty. It was ratchet. That's actually an understatement. That's being nice. Guru said I had Chick-fil-A. Nice Chick-fil-A. The kids had Chick-fil-A today for the first time in probably, how long has it been? I can't remember. It's been months because, the Chick-fil-A we used to go to, they closed for renovation. They just recently opened back up. And we got other Chick-fil-A's, but they're way out the way. And I don't want Chick-fil-A bad enough to go across town to get it, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want it bad enough to go across town. So I'm not going to do that. So we just sacrificed and we didn't need it. So which is probably a good thing because Chick-fil-A is it's freaking expensive. Let's see. I don't understand why they need to be debunktionary. I saw the schedule of the show panels. How many did you see? I really wish she was back here before I started talking about that, but I can mention it. We went to 3 panels. Yes, we went to 3 panels. Out of all the 3, I think the very first one was the best. If you go to my Twitch account, I actually uploaded at least about 75% of the panel, the first panel. You can go back and watch it. It's titled Anime and Mental Health Main Character Energy. That was what it was titled. And it was very, very good, very interesting, and transparent. And then we went to one called full-time content create balancing full-time content creation with your career. So that was pretty much it right there. That was a good one. Carlos said he had hot dogs for dinner. Nice. I had hot dogs a couple days ago. Or was that yesterday? I can't remember. It was one of the two. I like hot dogs. Some people got a problem with hot dogs. I don't have a problem with hot dogs. It's some good stuff. And the third panel was more of a, I don't know, I guess if you want to say like advice for Twitch streamers. It was like a Twitch panel. So they had a Twitch panel. So I'm like, well, with Twitch streamers, I kind of want to go and, see what that's about. But it was, Bearded, he probably can elaborate a little bit more, with the experience that we had in those panels. It was good stuff, though. It was good. So, I didn't think I'd be stalling this long, but look at me, like, struggling to talk. Who would have thought, right? I guess, like, if I'm by myself and I know what I want to talk about, then it's not a problem. But if we got an idea and we're tag teaming it, then it's kind of hard for me to make stuff up. So, but story time. Yesterday, I donated plasma for the first time ever. I had some clients who had done it. I know some streamers who do it. And I got a really good friend who had recently did it like a month ago. He still does it now, but he did it, and he kind of like, I kind of thought that donating plasma was like, how should I put this? Like something that people who are like desperate do, just trying to get some money or whatever. But when I learned the importance of plasma and everything that goes into it, it kind of sold me on it. So yesterday I did it. It was, oh my God, it wasn't a bad experience, but it was like a very long experience. Like I spent most of my morning at that place. I had to get a physical. I had to prick blood, which hurt. Like, how they prick your finger and take blood, and that hurt. That actually hurt. And what else did I do? Just checking vitals and all that stuff. And then they actually finally got me over to donate. And that was an interesting process. It took like freaking 50 minutes to do it. I didn't think it would take that long, but it did. And, you are compensated for it. Just a little nice kickback, of course. They had a little promotion going on. So I'm like, all right, well, let me do it. Man, let me tell you something. Today, I was so tired today. I was so tired, like drained. And I was like, why am I so tired? Like, it's not unusual for me to feel tired, but today was different. Like, we went to meet our kids' teachers today, and I told Crafty, I'm like, man, I am tired. Like, she's heard me say that before, but I was so tired that after we met the teachers, I said, I'm going to the car and I'm just going to sit down and you go do what else you got to do. Get the car rider tag or whatever the case may be. And then I came home and laid in the bed for like a couple of hours and ate, and I started feeling better a little later, around by 2 o'clock. I went back to work. But I wasn't expecting that, to be feeling like that, because, yeah. So if you're thinking about donating plasma, it is for a good cause. They utilize your plasma to help with blood transfusions, to treat patients with leukemia. You really, really are making a difference when you do that. And yeah, that's the first time I did it. I I don't know if I'll be able to do that all the time because, yeah, I just don't. I didn't like the way I felt today. What type of topics did Twitch panel cover? Guessing, creating, sharing, monitoring. Well, from what I remember, so they had like three different content creators on there, and one of them was like a couple, like a husband and wife, and they talked about like balancing like your personal life with streaming, and how the importance of scheduling, like putting things on the schedule and stuff like that. Oh, Guru, you would love this because we actually talked about you after this. So I cannot remember the guy's name, but anyway, he was talking about his requirements for people to mod his chat. He said he had a 32-page document or PDF file for requirements to be his mod. So if you were going to be his moderator, you have to read that 32 or 34 page document, and you have to agree to it. And then I don't know what it said, but he was just expressing how serious he took it, and it really just put things in perspective. Like for me, I'm like, wow, like, you know, I'm just blessed to have you guys, you know, my mods here, you know, Carlos, Guru Dude, Crafty, Bearded, you know, you guys are just amazing to me. I never thought about how complex it was, but I also didn't give much thought, like, how much control the mods actually have over the channel. Like, you know, I'm the streamer, you guys are the moderators, and you're actually protecting the chat. You're making my job a lot more easier. And it inspired me, actually. I'm like, you know, I really need to have like my mod meetings, if that makes sense, like moderating meetings, like get together. I would love to get all of you together, like somewhere. I don't know whether it's like Discord or whatever. I don't know. Instagram, it doesn't matter. Like, just consult with moderators. So, you know, we learned about that, and, you know, just taking breaks, mental health, you know, not burning yourself out, not feeling like you have to do more to be seen, when actually it's the quality that you provide that matters. That's actually something that I'm struggling with YouTube, because I've been uploading very frequently, and I had a nice conversation with Retro Nate recently, and, you know, he told me, you know, you're doing too much, bro. He said it just like that. He's like, you're doing too much, and you're gonna burn yourself out. So you need to scale it back and, you know, do this, and this. And I appreciate that. You know, Retro's like a big brother to me. He's about a year older than me, I believe. About a year. Maybe 2. But he's like a big brother to me. But I do look at him as a mentor as well. So, let's see. If D hands me a file of 10 pages, I'm off. Carlos, let me give you a pile of 5 pages. Come on, man. You can read 5 pages. 5 pages. But yeah, dude said a 32-page PDF file requirement. I'm like, wow. If you hand me a 5-page, I'm forcing my hand. I won't mod, but I'll be watching. Why are you giving me a hard time? Why are you giving me a hard time? Let me see if he texts me, because he's been gone for a long time. My co-host has been gone for a hot minute. So, but I guess hold on. But yeah, hopefully that answers your question, because, like I said, the panels were great. There was just way too many for us to go to. Like, we couldn't go to all of them, obviously. They had other events and stuff that were going on. We will be back next year. I don't think it's going to be in Texas. I don't know where it's going to be, but it's going to be somewhere. But listen to this. This December the 12th, we are going to another con in Atlanta, Georgia. So we're going to Georgia to Anime Weekend ATL from December the 12th to December the 15th. So that's going to be fun. I can't wait to do that. And, we are actually going to dress up for that one as well. So I'll be there. Bearded Legend's going to be there. Flashcard is going to be there. Bear Project is going to be there. And that's what we didn't mention. Bear didn't make it. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to make it. He had some last minute things happen. He had to just take care of business, do what he needed to do. And we missed him terribly, of course. And we told him that we're going to have fun for you. But we did everything that we could to try to keep him in the loop, because, of course, we wanted him there. Let's see. That guy better be paying his mods 32 pages. That's what I was thinking, Carlos. Like, I was like, are these moderators getting compensated? Like, what's the deal there? Like, are they getting compensated? What are you doing for them? Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not reading 32 pages. Like, if you tell me that I'm gonna get compensated, then I'll read it then. If it's a job, then yeah, I will read it. So I would hope, I can't remember his name, but I would hope that, I would hope that they were getting some sort of compensation, or they just really love doing free stuff. Be right back, kids. Need me? No problem, bro. Having requirements is good. Being active, chatting, etc. Building trust over time, on and offline, that speaks volumes. That questionnaire really can't cover. Right, exactly. So I know for you, Guru, like, I remember I met you over on Kitten Stream, and I noticed that you were very attentive to the chat and active. So what I did was I actually approached Kitten before I talked to you, and I asked her, like, do you mind if I ask Guru Dude to mod for me? And do you think he'd do it? And she said, her words, I think that he would love that. And I'm like, okay, great, cool. So, I think I've told you this before. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. But, some people just make people mods just because. But I do it with people that I trust, like I really do. And that I feel like actually, care and support the channel. Everybody that comes to your channel is not worthy of moderating. Some people just make people mods just because. I think we got to be very careful with that, because that's a privilege. That's a really important privilege, because you're trusting this person to take care of trouble if there's a sign of trouble. And you've always done a great job at that, keeping bots out of my chat and of anybody, which is rare. Anybody appropriate coming into the chat, you always are there to stop it. So, like, for that, thank you, man. I really greatly appreciate that. But I'm not making no 32 page. I'm not even making a page. I just lay down, the expectations that I would have, hoping that the moderators share the same sentiment, which most of the time it's pretty simple to do that. Protect the chat. If you see people get out of line, do whatever you feel you need to do. But I do like the fact that there are different levels to it. Like, some people think mods just ban everybody that get out of hand. Like, example, I watched a streamer today on the Green platform, and there was a little bit of confrontation between him and somebody in the chat. The streamer stayed calm. The mods did not jump the gun and ban the person, because from what I saw and read, it didn't really seem like he was being disrespectful. He was just more so being, I don't know, he wasn't really being too clear about what he was saying and stuff like that. So they ultimately ended up, just, I guess, burying the hatchet and neutralizing it, and that was it. So he didn't get banned, and yeah, the streamer wasn't too upset, even though it did look like it rattled him a little bit. But again, I like the fact that the mods didn't just jump the gun and say ban, ban, ban. Like, no, let him talk. If it's not getting disrespectful, then yeah, then he's out of here. For sure. Being welcome and trying to keep a safe space while being honest feedback is all good qualities. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Like I said, now I don't mod. The only person I mod for Bear Project. I mod for Flash Carter. I mod for Kalar. I mod for Crafty, and that's it. I mean, I was modding for Queen Shar, but I got the VIP badge now, but that's okay. I don't know. I've kind of been interested in taking that role of being the moderator. I think it would help me be on the platform a little bit more, like give me a reason to actually be on the platform. And I'm just doing that. Nice of you to join us. I'm running out of air here.
Sorry, I had to handle some business.
I got you. Yeah. So I talked about the panels, and
Yeah.
we were talking about mods and stuff like that. Just telling them about the guy that had the 32-page PDF
Oh yeah, yeah,
requirement.
yeah. That was wild. 32 pages. That was absolutely wild.
Yeah. So I guess you can give them your take when it comes to like the panels that we experienced.
Yeah. So the panels that we did attend, I thought they were great. Um, the anime and mental health was by far the best one that we went to. Uh, you know, the panel didn't really talk about anime too much, but they did tie it in.
Yeah.
Um, they did tie it into their mental health talk. Um, one thing that stuck out to me was when she was talking about family, and she was like, "You can be a Gon in a family of Hisokas," and it was like that was tough. That was deep.
Yeah.
Because you do have family members that are like that. That some family members want to see your downfall. Some family members don't want to support you. Um, you know,
A lot of them actually. If
right, right,
all of
right.
them,
Yeah,
all
that
of
too.
them.
That too. That too. So yeah, it was really good, and a lot of people there. It was a nice crowd. It wasn't like jam packed, but it was a nice crowd, and
Yeah.
you had a lot of people, um, talking about it, talking about different situations, and um, like I said, that was by far the best one that we went to. And so the cool thing about DreamCon is they have an app, and I actually went on the app to see what all events were taking place on each day. Um, so that's how I found that one. And as soon as I told that to the guy, they were like, "Yeah, we got to go to that one." And I'm so glad we did. Um, so yeah. And then the next one we went to was the being a full time content creator. No, having a full time career while cosplaying and doing content creation.
Yeah.
And that was a good panel. We got there a couple minutes late because we had a long journey ahead of us. But it was good. You know, just talking about how to balance family and jobs and careers with content creation, and what that looks like, and just giving their perspectives of different things. um and then we went to one on Saturday that was about um it was Twitch content
It was
creation, I
Switch
believe.
Twitch related. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Twitch related. And they had some of the people that some of y'all may see on social media. Tasha Mack, Roshi, and his wife, which you referred to since you did mention the 33 page
Hmm.
mod agreement thing.
Yeah.
Um, and they had some good insight on Twitch, on the ins and out, and what content creation looks like for them and their journey and things like that. But overall, it was a great experience. Just waiting for next year.
Yeah. It was. It really was. I truly, truly enjoyed it. I can't wait until we do it again, and
Hmm.
mingle. I don't know where it's gonna be next year, but
Right.
we'll definitely be in the house for sure. Um, but overall, like I said, the experience was great. Um, I would, if I, as long as I'm able, I would love to try to attend for many years to come. Just be a part of that.
Yeah.
We entertained the idea of potentially getting a panel, maybe. I think that. I mean, why not, man? Most people go there just to have fun and to dress up. I mean, you can do all of that, but again, like putting yourself on a panel just makes you stand out
Hmm.
further than most people. It makes you stand out. It gives you the spotlight for people to look at you.
Yeah.
So, and that's to me that's important when it comes to like content creation, visibility, not hiding in the shadows. So,
Hmm.
um, but yeah, that sums it up when it comes to DreamCon. I mean, it was. If anybody out there is thinking about going to DreamCon or any type of con, because I did tell them we're going to like Atlanta in December, so that's gonna be we're actually dressing up for that one, so that's gonna be a good one right there. We're trying to make some noise, maybe we get some merch or something like that, some Two Bearded Guys podcast
Yeah.
and the Shell Speaks and Beauty. I
I
already
was
got
actually, yeah, I
ideas.
was thinking about that the other day too.
Hmm. Every day you got something new. What you think about Spotify? What you think about TikTok? Like, just do
Yeah.
it. Just go ahead and do it, man. Because I mean, you only live once on this earth, so make it count,
Hmm.
right?
Yep.
And shout out to those of you who are watching on Twitch and YouTube. Pretty good turnout, man. Like, after especially after be gone for 9 months.
Yep. Yep. I still can't believe it. I thought it was shorter than that, but
Yeah, that's
here
about
we are.
right. Like I said, we haven't done nothing this year, so and it's August, so it makes sense.
Hmm.
Um, I guess we can dive into this topic about the movie,
Yeah.
Hillbilly Eulogy. Because I'm a little short on time, but we'll
Yep.
touch it because all right, this is how it started. This was not a movie that I was looking for because I chose the movie.
Hmm.
So I remember you were doing something in the kitchen, and we had just finished watching Ghostbusters, and I'm like, okay, what else we gonna watch? And then I came across this movie, and then it looked like Mrs. Doubtfire, and Mrs. Beardy said, "Is that Miss?" She said it too. She said, "Is that Miss Doubtfire?" I said, "Nah, man, that ain't Mrs. Doubtfire. Trust me, it's not Mrs. Doubtfire." So I don't know, just because when you're trying to find a movie to watch on Netflix, it's kind of difficult because there's
Hmm.
so many choices, and yeah, we clicked on it, and we didn't expect to see what we were going to see. I thought you
Not
said you
one
thought it was
bit.
going to be a comedy. I
Hmm.
thought it was going to be like I don't know, some weird movie.
Yep. I thought it was gonna be a comedy. Cause I mean, and I know this is probably gonna sound like stereotypical, but I mean, when you think hillbilly, you think comedy.
Yeah,
What was the old show?
the
Uh,
Beverly Hillbillies.
yep, Beverly Hillbillies. That's what I was going for.
Yeah.
But sure enough, it was definitely not that.
But that term hillbilly is it's a real term.
Hmm.
Like every culture has their they're diverse people. You know, you have your upper class, you got your middle class, you got your, like for us, you know, you got the hood ninjas,
Yep.
you got the preppy, you got, you know what I'm saying, like, and
Mm-hmm.
for them, that's just a particular part of their culture. So, but yeah, we thought it was gonna be something that was gonna be funny, but it was everything but funny. There was no laughing in that movie.
There was no
It was no
laughing at all.
laughing at all.
Maybe like the first scene because they were at the family reunion, but after
Yeah,
that,
it was
it
nothing funny
was
about that movie.
it was straight business. After that,
Yeah,
straight.
yeah.
I didn't I didn't expect that movie to turn out the way it did. Yep, neither did we.
No, let me see. Aqua says the movie was great. The environmental perspective emphasizes the importance of the environment plays in individual lives. However, people don't have to be a product of an unhealthy environment. Um, that's pretty much summing the whole movie up in that paragraph right there.
Pretty much.
So,
Yep.
I mean, I guess there might be somebody here who wants to watch the movie. So we don't want to spoil it because if you haven't seen it, I think everybody should see the movie.
Yep.
I do because there's some life lessons in there. It really, really is. I think a lot of people can take from it and actually learn.
Yeah.
But I definitely agree. Like what I took away from the movie, I think I told y'all this, how the son never really gave up on
Hmm.
his mom when so many people would. You know, despite it from, I mean, literally from beginning to end, the mom was just, she did not care about this kid at
Not
all.
one bit.
From when he was a kid to a grown man, she didn't care, but he just really showed how much he loved his mom, who was a drug addict, by the way. And a lot of drug addicts end up homeless because their family cuts them off.
Hmm.
You know, they end up on the street because they pretty much stole from everybody in the household or the family. They have lied numerous times, and like everybody just kind of like cuts ties with them. But he didn't do that, you know. He's like, I gotta help my mom. I gotta help my mom and get my mom on her feet. Even though in the back of his head, he's like, she's probably gonna like screw me over again, perhaps.
Right. Right. Yep.
But
Yep.
yeah, the movie definitely was. I have to watch it again. Honestly,
Yeah.
I gotta
For
watch it
sure.
again.
Yeah.
You know the
What's up, Panda?
everything from the enabling of family members,
Hmm.
the justifying of bad behavior and stuff like that. And just like Aqua said here, or Aquack, Quack. What's your name, man? What do you want to be called? Because over here on YouTube, I'm looking at Aqua, and then over on Twitter, a Quack. Just like she said, you don't have to be a product of an unhealthy environment.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I know kids who got scholarships, who stayed in the projects
Yeah.
because they can go one or two ways in the hood. Like you can either become a product of the hood, which unfortunately happens most of the time,
Hmm.
or you can rise up and say, you know what, I want better for me. You know, I see my mom and my dad struggle, and the people in the neighborhood. I don't want to be like this.
Hmm.
And I feel like kids, they when you're that age, when you're young, you have an advantage that adults don't have. That's already
Yeah.
there. Meaning, like you have the ability to actually excel with your education, and you have the ability to get a scholarship. You know,
Right.
if need be, you can do these things and make a way for yourself. You know, whether it's majoring in, I don't know, medicine or law, or maybe being an
Hmm.
athlete or something like that. Like there's a certain boat of grace that we get as like teenagers that if you miss the boat when you're grown, like I mean that's it. You know, pretty much got to figure life out at that point. So, but it's true, unhealthy environments don't always produce the repetitive mentality, I'll say.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Um, I mean, y'all hit the nail on the head. I mean, it definitely comes from the environment that you stay in. You were talking about because I know we had talked about this on the trip. About some of the kids that that grew up in the projects making it out, and those kids turned out to be great athletes. You got um, for all you football people out there, you got Najee Harris for the Steelers.
Right.
He was homeless. He
Mhm.
slept in cars.
Yeah.
And he got a scholarship to play at Alabama. Was one of the best running backs in Alabama. The years he was there, and now he's on a pro team. So you see it all the time, especially in athletes.
Yeah.
Especially in sports. Good night, Guru dude. Thank you so much for coming in. We hope you get some good, well sleep, and we will catch you the next time, sir.
Yeah. Good night, Guru. Appreciate you and the support as always.
Yes. Now, since we are not spoiling the movie for anybody, I will not tell you who this movie is based off of.
Oh yeah.
But
Don't say it.
once you figure out, just hit us up on social media and be like, oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's based on it is based on a true story,
Yes.
and let's just say this person is very relevant. I mean,
Very
incredibly relevant. Like, if you don't know, you will.
We might have to put that on social media. Like, if anybody has seen this movie, who is the movie based off?
I would, yeah, absolutely. Aqua says he did not have his father either, but he found his way through the trusted individual. Ex the teacher. The teacher played a part in his life. And the grandmother. You know what? You're right. I didn't think about that. Like his dad wasn't there.
Nope.
His dad. What it was one of, I don't want to say typical, but it was one of those typical situations of the mama and the grandma raising a boy.
Mm-hmm.
And we see this like all the time.
Yep.
But the movie itself was I'd give it 5 out of 5. It was great.
Yeah. It's definitely worth looking at.
Yeah.
Because we literally had our floors our jaws on the floor for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, we weren't finna go to bed until that movie was over with.
Right. And we didn't go to bed till like 2:00 that night.
It was about 2
And then
a.m.
got up. Then we got up early in the morning.
Yeah.
So we were running on fumes.
Yeah, I mean, but when you're watching a good movie, man, you don't want to like turn
Right.
it off, man. You want to go ahead and
Go ahead and kill
get
it.
into it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know what's on my TV here.
It looked like some biblical stuff.
That's what it looked like. Cause I had fighting thing playing. That was like a dance, like an hour. Well, it's been an hour and 30 minutes. So, but
Yeah.
But I mean, today's podcast, we just wanted to let y'all know, we haven't forgotten about y'all and all, and making a debut over here on Twitch, which I'm actually happy about that. I really am. I feel like the community's here, and we just want to expand, because you can find us pretty much everywhere. Two Bearded Guys. We don't have a lot of content up yet. Like, give us some time. We'll put some stuff out there, and I think the biggest thing. I said this when you were gone. Like the biggest thing that y'all can do for us is just share. When you see us post something, just share it, get it out there. We're trying to grow the channel, of course, from scratch, which we ain't in no hurry or nothing like that. It's just, it'll grow when it grows. We just We want to make sure that we have the right audience for our content because, we might not be for everybody, but we probably would be for a lot of people, So, but I know I got to get up early in the morning, but so before we depart, is there anything new on your end for the Bearded Legend Gaming channel?
I mean, as of right now, starting on the 16th, it is our annual. It's my annual Type 1 diabetes charity stream. So I will be streaming the 16th through the 25th. Now there are going to be a couple days I don't stream, but we got a lot of cool stuff happening. Again, if you're new to the channel, I am Type 1 diabetic, and I've been living with this roommate for about 6 years now. So, really, really ready to kick it to the curb. So this is what that charity is all about, is just raising awareness and research for Type 1 diabetics. We'll be doing a couple of things, playing a few games and all that good stuff. But other than that, that's really about all I have at the moment. What about yourself?
I think I told you earlier, bringing back the Leg Experience podcast. I have not done a podcast this year at all. Like my last was, I think it was in November, October and November. It was definitely last year for sure. And I've been wanting to bring it back for a while, but when you don't do something for a while, you kind of just start kicking the can down the road, and you're like, I'll get to it when I get to it. And made the decision to go ahead and bring it back, probably as early as next week. I do have a guest lined up who is very, really ready and willing to do it. It'll be the 5th season of Leg Experience. Like I started it back in 2021, like the end of 2021. So here we are in 2024, still going strong. But other than that, no, nothing different, no, nothing special. Still streaming between at least 1 to 2 times out of the week. For me and my schedule, that's pretty much what I can handle right now. Kids go back to school on Monday, so that's going to be, we got to be very, very attentive with that. So if it's one stream out of the week, it might just be one stream out the week. It's not a big deal. So, but yeah, that's all on my end.
Cool, good deal. Well, guys, that is going to be the end of our podcast. For everybody that came in, we definitely want to thank you. Whether you're here on Twitch, whether you're here on YouTube, we definitely appreciate it. First, great crowd, by the way.
Yes.
Great crowd.
Yes.
So, we didn't know what to expect with it being our first time back. But I think we did pretty well to getting the word out there weeks in advance.
Yeah.
And things of that nature. So we have some more topics we want to talk about. I'm not sure how we're gonna do our schedule yet. I don't know if we really talked about it. But we do have some topics in mind that we definitely want to discuss. But if you guys have any other topics that y'all want to hear, please let us know. You can DM us on Twitter or Discord, because we all share the same people in Discord. So just let us know, and we'll definitely try to set some time aside to talk about it and get your perspective on it.
Absolutely. Thank you, Crafty. We appreciate that. Welcome
Thank you, Crafty.
Back to Two Bearded Guys as self-appointed manager. This guy. Yeah. But yeah, we definitely got a lot of other topics that we want to cover. So, y'all just stay tuned. Stay tuned. And like I said, we definitely appreciate each and every one of you all. Like he said, YouTube, Twitch. When you see us post on social media, feel free to share You know, we wanna bring people here that have never seen us, who don't know us, because you know, you never know, we may say something that they need to hear. You know, and that's why we're here at the end of the day. So, but we hope all of y'all have an amazing night. Keep your eyes on socials to find out the next time we're going to stream.
Yep.
Amen. I would say it's a great podcast. May God bless you. Bless you too.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Y'all have a great night, y'all.
Much love.